Welcome back, guys, to another Clash Royale video. Today we're taking a look at this Sparky Zap bait deck. As you can see, pretty standard giant Sparky deck, but I also have the Goblin Barrel in there, the Inferno Tower, as well as the minions, all with the sole purpose of hopefully baiting up my enemy's Zap spell. Now, even if they do save the Zap spell for the Sparky, I can then go in with a giant Goblin Barrel push, or the Inferno Tower should be able to do work on defense for me because my opponent won't have that Zap spell available. Now, I'm currently using this deck in a classic challenge, and I haven't finished the challenge yet because I wanted to do a live battle at the end of the video. But let's go ahead and take a look at 2 replays first, and then we'll finish off with a live battle. So here we are, guys. Now, full disclosure here, I don't have too much experience using the Sparky. I only got it a couple days ago when I did my chest opening video where I opened up a legendary chest, a super magical chest, and a grand challenge tournament chest. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll put a link in the description. But I want to start doing a slow push here on the left-hand lane with that Sparky. Whenever using a Sparky deck, you pretty much always want to do a slow push because a Sparky push costs a ton of elixir, and you need that extra time to build up all the elixir you need, especially because we aren't in the double elixir period. So I'm going to go ahead and use the giant up front to protect the Sparky, and then hopefully cycle to my Goblin Barrel to force my opponent to either waste his Zap spell attacking the Sparky or kill the Goblins. So as you can see, Goblin Barrel going down there, the Ice Spirit going down, freezing his mini P.E.K.K.A, allowing the minions to take it out, and he wasted his Zap spell there on the Sparky, but the Sparky is still alive with 1 health left, giving me the 1 crown lead, and the Goblin Barrel did several hundred damage to the tower on the right hand side because he wasted the Zap spell on the Sparky. And that's what I love about this deck, is forcing your opponent to choose what he wants to use the Zap spell for, either the Inferno Tower, the Goblin Barrel, or the Sparky. And I gotta say, guys, if you're using a Sparky deck and you are in Arena 8 or above, I would highly suggest throwing in an Ice Spirit into your deck. It works so well with the Sparky and only costing 1 elixir. Inferno Tower here distracting his giant. Now he wastes the Zap spell there a half second too late, allowing the Sparky to finish off his bowler. And I'm gonna try and set up the final push here to go for that 3 crown victory. So giant going down in front. Now once I get back to the Goblin Barrel, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it to the right hand tower and hopefully force my opponent to waste his Zap spell once again. So Goblin Barrel going down, the tower on the right hand side gets distracted by the giant at the very last second, allowing the goblins to do work. Now take a look at the Ice Spirit once again, freezing that mini P.E.K.K.A, allowing the Sparky to take it out. And here we are, guys, getting the 3 crown victory without any damage done to either of my towers. Let's go ahead to the next replay. So here we go, guys. Now this battle was a lot more intense than the last battle and was pretty close thanks to some pretty bad mistakes by me earlier on in the battle. Now once I hit 10 elixir, I'm going to start doing a slow push on the left hand lane with the Sparky, but my opponent is going to do an immediate counter push on the opposite lane, which is always a very smart strategy against a Sparky user because you force them to spend all of their elixir defending their tower, and they won't have any elixir left to support their Sparky push. So he's coming in here with the bowler, sorry. Now mistake number 1 is using those minions too early. I should have expected a support troop behind that bowler because nobody really uses a bowler by itself. Now mistake number 2 is using the Inferno Tower not within range of the Princess. Mistake number 3 is wasting that Ice Spirit on the Princess and not saving it for that minion horde on the left hand lane. So 3 big mistakes there earlier in the battle really set me back, and it does take me a little bit of time later in the battle to crawl back from that. So my tower on the right hand side sitting at 1400 health, both of his towers still 100% full health, but I'm not going to give up so easy. Gonna wait till I hit 10 elixir once again, and then hopefully start setting up a Sparky push. But my opponent keeps the pressure on, dropping down a giant directly on the bridge. Gonna go ahead and use Barbarians to counter it, and even though the bowler is a decent counter to the Barbarians, by the time they all split up in 4 directions, the bowler is only able to hit 2 of them at a time. The giant only gets 1 hit off before it dies. Minion's doing a little bit of work to his bowler, but I'm going to sit back here and soak up a little bit of chip damage and hopefully develop an elixir advantage and then go for that strong Sparky push. Now my opponent in just a second here is going to go ahead and drop down the Princess on the left hand lane, but take a look at the hand that I have right here. I have nothing in my hand that is a good counter to that Princess. The only card that I really have is the Goblin Barrel, but I want to try and save that to bait out a Zap spell. So I'm going to ignore the Princess for now and do a strong push on the right hand lane with the giant up front, the Sparky in the back, and the Goblin Barrel. Now this time I'm expecting the minion horde, so I have the Ice Spirit going down paired up with the Zap spell, taking out the minion horde. Only 1 minion is alive, but the giant going in there, finishing out the tower, giving me the 1 crown lead. But take a look at the Princess on the left hand lane, still doing damage. By herself, she was able to do about 1500 damage to my tower, all because I ignored her and focused on the push on the right hand lane. Now, with 55 seconds left, I'm expecting my opponent to take out 1 of my towers because both of them are pretty low. So I have to come up with a plan later on to hopefully take out the tower on the left hand side. Inferno Tower going down to distract the giant with the Barbarians in the back, taking out the Princess as well as the Ice Wizard. Now he uses his Zap there, but with the help of the 1 Elixir Ice Beard, I'm able to freeze the Giant long enough, allowing the Inferno Tower to get back to maximum DPS. Now I'm going to start setting up a push here on the left-hand lane with a Sparky, and hopefully go in for the kill for that second tower, but he's keeping the pressure on the right-hand side with another Giant Bowler push. So I'm going to go ahead and wait just a quick second, use the minions after the Princess is already locked onto my tower, and then use the Inferno Tower to distract that Giant. Barbarian's going down, taking out the Bowler. He does use the Zaspel, but he's a little bit too late, and the Sparky is still alive there on the left-hand side. Zaspel going down, taking out the Mini Horde, with the Sparky getting one shot off, bringing his tower down to 142 health. But with only 3 seconds left, my opponent doesn't have enough time to finish off my tower on the right-hand side, and I do get the 1 crown victory. Let's go ahead and do some live battles, guys. So here we go, guys. Now, like I said before, I don't have too much experience with the Sparky yet. I've only been using it for a couple of battles since I had it. So maybe doing some commentary while I'm doing this battle might be a bit tough. But we have an okay starting hand. Might do a slow push with the Giant. He's going to go ahead and pump up. So let's do a Giant push there in the left-hand lane. Maybe do a Sparky as well. Once the Giant gets closer up. And then we'll use the Goblin Barrel to hopefully bait out the Zaspel. Now let's see. He's got a Mini P.E.K.K.A down. Let's go ahead and use that. Bowler going down. Let's go ahead and use Goblins with this. I should have used the Goblins there on the left-hand side because, of course, the tower is distracted. But mistakes were made. We did some damage, though, to the tower on the right, but I think if I would have used the, Goblin Barrel there on the left, probably would have done more damage. Let's do a split with these Barbarians. Take out that Bowler. He's probably going to use another Bowler to counter them. So I don't really expect to do damage to that tower, because expecting a... No, he's going to use the Muskie. And she'll be able to do work, but hopefully the Barbarians will take her out for a decent Elixir trade. Now let's start a Sparky push here on the right-hand lane. I'm going to do it first because I don't want him pushing. Actually, there we go. He's going to push the same lane. So Sparky should meet the Giant in the middle. Let's go ahead and get this Inferno Tower ready. Right there. Sparky, get a hit off, please. Thank you. Killing the Mini P.E.K.K.A in the process. Much appreciated, Sparky. Now, Musketeer, come on, kill, kill, kill. There we go. The Sparky does die by the Musketeer, but I think we got a decent Elixir trade out of that. He's probably going to go ahead and pump up here. So, if he pumps, should I do a Giant Goblin Barrel push immediately? Should I? Yes, let's try it. I'm going to be stupid with this. Goblin Barrel. It's probably going to Mini P.E.K.K.A it. There it is. That's Sparky right here. Now, is he going to save that? No, the Goblin's doing work for me. Like I said, he doesn't want to use the Zaspel on the Goblin Barrel simply because I have the Sparky there. Come on, Sparky, do work for me. There we go. Sparky's still alive with 1 health left. Now, I always found that so infuriating when I was playing against Sparky decks. When you tried to counter the Sparky, but it had only 1 health left and managed to still get a shot off. Let's go ahead and Goblin Barrel right here just to distract that Mini P.E.K.K.A with this. Ice Beard going down, and he wasted his Zaspel. Let's go ahead and Barbarians that, taking it out. Now, if there were more time in the battle, I would try and go for the 3 crown victory. But of course there is not. Let's go ahead and use the minions here with an Inferno Tower right here and Goblin Barrel to counter this. To distract the Mini P.E.K.K.A, of course. And because the Goblin Barrel only costs 3 Elixir, it's not too bad to do that on defense. But getting the victory, not too bad at all. Alright, let's go ahead and do one more live battle with this deck. So let's see what we face here. Getting the all good luck. We have a Giant as well as a Sparky in our starting hand. So obviously going to do a Giant Sparky push right off the start. Now, should I use a Giant first and keep the Sparky a secret? What should I do? Let's just do a Giant push right here. He's going to go ahead and use minions. So I should be able to counter that with an Ice Spirit Zap combo, or even just ignore it maybe, because the Giant should get up there to distract the minions. Let's use an Ice Spirit to save health on my... No, he's got the guards there, which is, of course is a good counter to... Oh, the P.E.K.K.A. The P.E.K.K.A is going to destroy my Giant. For those of you who don't know, the P.E.K.K.A is a Giant killer. Like, Giant killer, guys. Watch this. Ooh, he's smart. He used the Zaspel there. But the Ice Spirit should freeze that. Come on, kill that. Oh no, this is trouble, guys. Let's go ahead and surround this with Barbarians. Ice Spirit to freeze his minions. There we go. So this is going to be a tough battle, guys. The P.E.K.K.A decks are honestly a very strong counter against giant Sparky decks. So if I lose this battle, I won't feel too bad. Just because the P.E.K.K.As are such a strong counter to both the giant as well as the Sparky. In fact, my P.E.K.K.A 3 Musketeer strategy is one of my favorite strategies to use against Sparky users. So, he's going to start setting up a push here. 3 Muskies. Let's go ahead and use Sparky here. And he's probably going to zap that. Goblin Barrel here to counter this. There we go. Goblins in the back. Oh, no, no. Frozen. Zaspel, maybe? Look at that Musketeer just do work there, guys. And then he's... So, definitely not doing too well here. So, let's see here. What do we have? Let's start a giant push. Now, the thing is, whichever lane I giant push, he's going to go ahead and put down the P.E.K.K.A on the same lane, which is going to do work against my giant, of course. So, I'm expecting a P.E.K.K.A here in a couple seconds on the right-hand side. Let's go ahead and do Barbarians. Let's try something silly here. Let's do a split push on both lanes. With the Barbarians, the Minions, and the Sparky on the left-hand side, and the Giant on the right-hand side. I'm gonna go ahead and use this here. With these Goblins here, and those Musketeers. Those Musketeers on defense, guys, are so strong. Like, strong. But, come on, Sparky. No. Oh, guys. So we are in big, big trouble here, guys. Big trouble. Let's go ahead and Barbarians here with this here. Give him a crying face. He's going to win this battle, guys. There's nothing, no doubt in my mind that he's going to win this battle. Using that P.E.K.K.A 3 Musketeer strategy. Like I said, that's my go-to deck for beating giant Sparky users. Because it's really hard to counter with this deck with all these cards that I have. Hit him up with a good game, though. He did pretty well. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.